Hey brother, I'm taking a new online course right now to improve my public speaking skill, since all of the constructive criticism comments I've received on the videos so far are how at the end of sentences my inflection goes up. And while I was taking that course, some huge knowledge bombs were dropped on me that I want to share in today's video. First off, I want to say thanks guys for being a respectable brotherhood and giving me constructive criticism so far. I read every single comment that I get, and so whenever there's serious criticism there, I'm going to take it with some respect and I'm going to take it seriously. Because of that, I'm spending these hundreds of dollars on these courses to be a better YouTuber so that I can spread better messages. And you already know most of the shit that you should be doing, right? But I want to teach myself to be a better speaker, more persuasive, etc. so that when you watch the videos this time around on, okay, this is why you should meditate, this is why you should get back into reading, etc., etc., you see the importance that I believe there is to these things, and you consistently take action on them. The funny thing about this self-improvement is that for years I've already considered myself to be an exceptional public speaker, but whenever I turn this camera on, I'm still in those first 50 videos that are gonna be shit, so I still get that camera stage fright, whatever that's called, and I'm just gonna keep chugging along, keep giving my tips until I completely improve and I'm able to one-to-one communicate the lesson of the video into your mind. In this public speaking course I'm taking, I learned something completely unrelated to the public speaking that's going to change how I interact with my girlfriend, friends, family, etc. for the rest of my life. Hey brother, if you didn't know, my name's Ethan, and on this channel I help young men in the self-improvement depression stage of knowing everything you should be doing, but still not taking consistent action for whatever reason. Which means I'm talking to you if this is like the 100th self-improvement video you've watched. It's time for you to get a move on and get on to bigger, brighter things. And this channel is gonna be the one that finally gets you to get over this hump and graduate past self-improvement so you can get on with your life already. If that sounds useful to you, then I highly advise you to subscribe, since it'll be a win-win for both of us. Growing up in high school, I was the class clown because I quickly realized that I was much better at socializing with groups of people rather than in more intimate one-on-one social interactions, if that makes sense. Constantly, I would be more comfortable addressing and speaking to a group of people rather than being in a one-on-one interaction. I don't know if it was because I was socially awkward or uncomfortable, or I had a lack of identity, so I didn't want to talk to people or something like that, but that's just the way it was. Now that I'm a young adult, graduated university, etc., and I'm in the real world, I'm kind of noticing these symptoms of a root problem of being that class clown for so many years that I want to address in this video, so that if you relate to anything I've said so far, you can get the growth from today's video topic a lot sooner than I did. Today's video topic is gonna sound crazy at the start, but I urge you to stick around so you can see what I mean. The lesson of today's video is that people can't read your mind. I know it sounds crazy, but just hear me out. I've been on this self-improvement journey for 6 years now, since I was 18 and, dating my first girlfriend, right? And I have made great progress in my self-improvement in that time. Not 6 years worth of progress, mind you, but I have made some. And the thing is, one of the symptoms of being that class clown for so many years, I realize, is that whenever I am about to do something cool or do something, kind of that would impress my younger self, I always kind of invalidate it by doing something goofy to kind of hedge against the risk of doing something cool but seeming to try hard at being cool, if that makes sense. So let's say I worked really hard to get this fancy metal credit card, right? I got my money right, I'm in a good career, etc., and so I got the credit to get this cool credit card, whatever. The more naturally cool thing to do when I'm at a restaurant with friends and etc., is to just toss the metal card onto the table so it clangs, What I've realized lately in these public speaking courses I'm doing is that you're allowed to let yourself be cool. You know what I mean? You don't have to invalidate it by, in that previous example with the credit card, let's say I toss out my cool metal credit card onto the table at the restaurant, right? You don't have to be like, oh, check this out, and make a whole joke out of it. You can just toss it and just, be cool in silence. I know that this probably sounds so cringe to some people, but to me, I love those fancy credit cards, right? And this is only one example. The reason I can sometimes invalidate these cool things is because I know it sounds crazy, but I'm slightly paranoid that people can read my mind where I'm thinking, oh man, this is so sick, this is so cool. And so I add this layer of ironic commentary by myself so that they don't think that I'm cocky or something like that. What I've learned in these public speaking courses is that people can't read your mind. When you're speaking out loud, as long as you appear confident and you appear like you know what you're doing, people are just gonna listen. They're gonna think, oh, this guy knows his shit, he knows what's up, okay. Regardless of how, anxious you are on the inside, or you don't want to be judged, you're thinking, what are they thinking about me, etc. And you don't have to be paranoid that people can read your mind. Probably 99% of the boys who clicked onto this video have no idea what the hell is going on right now. But if you're the 1% who relates to what I'm talking about, bro, please comment. I can't be the only one. If that's you, then I highly advise you to take action on today's very simple, very easy video challenge. Today's video challenge is to go talk to somebody, like a family member, a friend, whatever, and just think about in your mind while you're talking to them the most fucked up thing you can. You would be embarrassed, you would seem crazy if they knew you were talking about it. And then you'll just realize, okay, they can't read my mind, I can think about whatever. As long as I'm talking normally, I don't have to feel this kind of imposter syndrome for acting as my best self, right? I think this video kind of ties into the fact where as you become your best self on the self-improvement journey, your belief of who you are lags behind who you actually currently are by a couple months, because you need to see a record of your actions to develop an identity, right? So if you are this next evolved version of yourself, you're this cooler, self-improved best self, you have to be that for a few months even, I'd say, before you start really believing in it. It's in these months of adaptation of yours that you really got to ditch this can people read my mind paranoia of overthinking, like, oh, do they think I'm a tryhard? Do they think I'm faking all of this shit? No, frankly, they're not. Yeah, today's video topic was a little bit out there, but I highly advise you to learn this lesson earlier than I did, because you can develop more momentum if you just keep believing in this self-improvement journey that you will improve, because you will. It does work, this shit does work, and your progress will speed up the more you believe in it. So again, I highly advise you to subscribe, especially if you're in this self-improvement depression stage of everything you should be doing, but you need the relatable and actionable videos to get you consistent with the good habits. Then, like, comment, hit that bell notification, bitch, and so I can stay on your ass with more regular uploads for guys that need to get reconsistent with their good habits, man. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.